Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Srila Prabhupada Book Reading Club. This is
Very
the
good.
morning session, and in this session, we are reading Nectar of Instruction by Srila Rupa Goswami. We cover the first two shlokas, and now we are on the purport of a third shloka. And today we will try to cover the purport of the third shloka, okay? And from tomorrow we will start shloka 4. So let's start our session by offering prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshuram Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Kadamayyam Dadatin Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yutapadakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavancha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Sajivam साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजन सहित कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सगन ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांच हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगे राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे मुखं करोति वाञ्छालं पङ्गुलङ्गायते गिरि यत्कृपातहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरं हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम
Rama Hare
राम
Rama,
राम
Rama
हरे
Rama, Hare Hare.
श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय. So, who wants to recite first shlokas?
Yes, Mataji.
First shloka. Should I share the screen? Or
Yes,
have you
Mataji.
memorized? Oh, you haven't memorized yet?
नहीं अभी थोड़ा सा है.
Okay. So as usual, we will recite the first shloka 3 times, second shloka 3 times, and this third shloka everyone can recite. Okay. So yes, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
जय हरे कृष्णा. वाचो वेगम मनसा क्रोध वेगम जीवा वेगम उदर उपस्थ वेगम एता वेगम यो विशेष धीरा सर्वम उपिमाम पृथ्वीम सा शिष्यात. हरे कृष्णा.
Hari bol Prabhuji. Yes, Murti come Prabhu.
हरे कृष्ण मत वाचो वेगम मनस क्रोध वेगम जीवा वेगम उदर उपस्थ वेगम एतान वेगान विषहे या विषहे दधीर सर्वम अभिमाम पृथिवीम शासिष्य.
Hari bol Prabhuji. Yes, Sharmila Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी. वाचो वेगम मनसा क्रोध वेगम जिह्वा वेगम उदर उपस्थ वेगम एतान वेगान यो विषहेत धीरः सर्वामपि मां पृथिवीं सशिष्यात्. थैंक यू माता जी.
Very good. So in first shloka, we have learned that we have to tolerate the urge to speak, mind's demand, and the actions of anger and urges of a tongue, belly, genitals. And when we are able, when one is able to control or tolerate these urges, then he's qualified to make disciples all over the world. And urge to speak is a tolerate by how we can tolerate the urge to speak.
टॉकिंग कृष्ण कथा.
Yes, and how we can control the mind's demand?
Speaking always, keeping always Krishna in the mind.
Yes, we always have to think how we have to serve Krishna and how we can please Krishna at this moment, and how we can control the actions of anger.
Using
anger
only for Krishna service, Krishna
purposes.
pleasure.
Yes, we have to engage our anger in Krishna's service as a Hanuman did by burning the Lanka, and also the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did when Jagai Madai offended like offended Nityananda Prabhu. So like when it comes to personal honor, dishonor, devotees like tolerate it by becoming Truna the Pisuni Janatar or Pisai Truna. But when someone offend pure devotees of Lord and Krishna, then like they won't tolerate. Then how we can control the urges of a tongue, belly, and genitals?
Having always prasadam.
Eating prasadam.
Yes, Prabhuji. By simply eating prasadam, like we can control the urges of a tongue. And like when urges of a tongue are controlled, then like a belly and genitals
Will be
urges will
automatically
automatically
controlled.
control. Yes. So yes, second shloka. Uh, anyone want to recite? Yes, Vamshidhar Prabhu, Murli Chaitanya Das Prabhu.
अत्याहार प्रयासश्च प्रजल्पो नियमाग्रह जनसंगश्च लौल्यं च सद्भैर्भक्ति विनश्यति.
Hari bol Prabhuji. Yes, Harshita Mataji, you want to recite?
Yes, Mataji. Atyahara prayasascha prajalpo niyamagraha janasangascha lolyam cha shadbhir bhaktir vinashyati. Hare Krishna.
Hari bol Mataji. Yes, Nikta Mataji. और मुरारी चैतन्य दास प्रभु, दत्तात्रेय प्रभु.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी. अत्याहार प्रयश्च प्रजल्पो नियमाग्रहः जनसंगश्च लौल्यं च षड्भिर्भक्तिर्विनश्यति. थैंक यू माताजी. हरे कृष्ण.
Hari bol Prabhuji. Yes. So in second shloka, Rupa Goswami is instructing us like if we entangle in these things too much, then like our devotional service will be will be vanished, or devotional service will be spoiled. So we have to restrain from these six things. Okay. So what is the first? The eating more than necessary or collecting more funds than required. Like by Krishna's mercy, Krishna has given you everything, but like you want more and more, and in Prabhupada also quote the first shloka of Isha Upanishad, that like everything belongs to Krishna and Krishna is the owner, so we have to only take that part which is available in our which is available for us, which is in our funds. Like we shouldn't snatch the property from the others. So okay, if you have the one home, then what is necessary of buying two homes? Like if you're having the one good car, then why it is necessary to buying 3-4 cars? And yes, like by Krishna's mercy, if you are having a lot of wealth, then like you have to engage in Krishna service. Okay, you are buying cars, you are buying houses, then in that houses you can start the house program. Like in the cars you can use in a Krishna service by by transporting the books, or by like a by using the cars for traveling for the pure devotees. Okay, so like we can use the wealth in Krishna's service, but you don't have to over endeavor for you. Okay, over endeavor for that things. Okay, the second is then over endeavor prayasa. Like if you want more and more, then you have to work very hard for that. And what is what is problem with working hard? Okay, you have to work hard for Krishna, but you don't have to work hard for sense gratification. And like you are working for 18 hours, you are doing the two shifts, or you are working for 14 to 15 hours, and like you don't have the time for Krishna consciousness, you don't have time to chant your 16 rounds, and like you don't have time to read the Bhagavad Gita, hear the Bhagavatam class, then whatever amount of wealth you you collect, it's not going to help you. Okay, so yes, like you have to work, but you have to take care of your spiritual activities. You don't have to compromise your spiritual life. Okay, so morning for Krishna, day for work, and like and evening for a family, and like a night you can take a rest. So like this is the tripod of a life. Okay, and Krishna is so merciful. Like, according to our pious activities we perform in previous life, and by Krishna's mercy, whatever amount of wealth you are going to earn, it's already fixed. Like if you work for 8 hours, the same amount will become, and if you work for the 12 hours, okay, like you will get 50-60,000, or like a 10-15,000 more. But like Maya will snatch that money from you in a form of a diseases, or in a form of some laws, or some person will steal. Okay, thus so Maya will take away the extra funds. Okay, So like it's better to work for 8 to 10 hours, like give 4 5 hours for Krishna, and like 1 2 hours for quality time with the family, like you can do the kirtans and all. Okay, so like this is called a prayasa, and like collecting more funds. Okay, Krishna will snatch you because it doesn't belong to your quota. Okay, so the third is a practicing rules and regulation for the sake of following them, not for a sake of a spiritual advancement, or rejecting rules and regulation of the scriptures and working independently and whimsically. So yes, we have to follow the rules and regulation, or like whatever Guru and Krishna has told us, and we don't have to like follow our mind. Okay, Prabhupada said you have to wake up early morning, you have to chant your 16 rounds, you have to attain Mangalarti, you should read Bhagavad Gita or like Bhagavatam, or you should hear the Bhagavatam class, and and you should read my books. Like this is the what we say, this is the basis of a spiritual life. And like you are saying, oh, what is necessary to wake up early? Like I can perform Mangalarti at 12 p.m. in afternoon. So like this is not good. Like you are acting whimsically, you are hearing your mind, okay, let me sleep, let me enjoy. No, like you have to follow the rules and regulations strictly, as like without manipulating them. And like yes, you shouldn't come with the intention, okay, if I practice the spirituality, like my problems will be vanished, there will be more economical development. And like it's just before starting this session, we are reading the Bhagavad Gita purport, like chapter 2, purport of a shloka 8, where it is said that like economical problems now, it's not going to give you the real happiness. Because like if economical in like development is going to is going to free you, like give you a lot of happiness, and like there will be no lamentation, then why Arjuna refused to go in a heaven, or why Arjuna refused to become a king of the entire earth? So yes, like so this this sense gratification and this economical development, this sensual things is not going to give you real happiness, and not like going to let you free from the lamentation. The only solution is a Krishna consciousness. So you don't have to practice the spirituality, so like your whatever impediments in your life, like in coming in between your sense gratification, it's going to remove. No, you shouldn't practice with this intention. And also like like when like people approached of Srimad Bhagavatam and reading Bhagavad Gita and other scriptures with the intention not to advance spiritually, but the intention to become the scholar and boast themselves, so this attitude is also not good. Okay, so 5, associating with the worldly minded person who are not interested in Krishna consciousness. So like what is a problem with what is a problem with associating with this material people, that we will also start having the same material desires as they have. Or like some Mataji saying I want this sari, or some Mataji saying I want to buy like this house, or like I want to buy this land and this and that. Like then like inside our heart, like we also start having the same desire. So instead of that, if we are associating with a devotee, then he will say I want to chant my 16 rounds very nicely, I have to read the Bhagavatam class, and I have to start reading the Chaitanya Bhagavat, etc., etc. And like when you associate with the spiritual people, like you will have the spiritual thoughts. So like this is very important, the association. We will arrange some special class on association. Okay, so like yes, it is important. In this second shloka, it is said that like we don't have to associate with the worldly mind people. Okay, and this instruction is again repeating. Why it is repeating? Okay, like when there is a repetition, means this is very important. So we have to be very choosy when it comes to association. And association comes in a form of a book, association come in a form of whatever videos you watch, whatever reels you watch. Okay, and then 6 is a greedy. When you associate with the worldly mind people, then you also start becoming greedy. Okay, you want more and more. So yes, like third shloka everyone can recite.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Utsaha nichaya dharyat tat karma pravartanat sangatyaha sado vrittehe sadbir bhakti prasiddhyati. Hare Krishna.
Hare Bol Prabhuji. Yes, Vamshidhar Prabhu.
उत्साह निश्चय धैर्य तत्तत् कर्म प्रवर्तनात् संगत्यागत सतो वृत्ते सद्भैर्भक्ति प्रसीदयेत्
Hare Bol Prabhuji. Yes, Snigdha Mataji.
प्रसीदयेति
Yes.
Hare Krishna Mata. उत्साहनिश्चयधैर्यात् तत्तत् कर्म प्रवर्तनात् संगत्यागत सतो वृत्ते सद्भिर्भक्तिः प्रसिद्ध्यति। हरि बोल।
हरे बोल माता जी। यस हर्षिता माता जी।
उत्साहान् धैर्यात् तत्तत् कर्म प्रवर्तनात् सङ्गत्यागात् सतो वृत्तेः सद्भिर्भक्तिभिः प्रसिद्ध्यति।
हरे बोल माता जी। यस विनोद प्रभु।
Hare Krishna Mataji. उत्सान्निश्चादर्या तत्तत् कर्म प्रवर्तनात् संगत्यागा सतो वृत्ता सद्भि भक्ति प्रसज्यति.
हरे बोल। यस ऋत्विका माता जी।
हरे कृष्णा माता जी। उत्साहनिश्चयधैर्यात् तत्तत्कर्म प्रवर्तनात् सङ्गत्यागात् सतो वृत्ते सद्भिर्भक्ति प्रसिद्ध्यति। हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
हरे बोल माता जी। यस शर्मिला माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण। हरे कृष्ण माता जी। उत्साहान्निश्चया धैर्यात् तत्तत् कर्म प्रवर्तनात् संगत्यागात् सतो वृत्ते षड्भिर्भक्ति प्रसिद्ध्यति। थैंक यू माता जी।
हरे बोल माता जी। यस नरसिम्हा प्रभु।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी। उत्साहं निश्चय धैर्य तत् कर्म प्रवर्तन संगम त्याग सतो सद्भिर्भक्ति प्रसिद्ध्यति। हरे कृष्ण माता।
हरे बोल प्रभु जी। यस करुणा माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण माता जी। उत्साहान्निश्चयात् धैर्यात् तत्तत् कर्म प्रवर्तनात् संगत्यागो सतो वृत्ते षड्भिर्भक्तिर्प्रसिद्ध्यति। थैंक यू माता जी।
हरे बोल माता जी। यस Pravina माता जी, would you like to recite the shloka? दत्तात्रेय प्रभु। मुरली चैतन्य दास प्रभु।
कृष्ण माता जी।
हरे बोल प्रभु जी। यस प्रभु।
उत्साह निश्चया धैर्या तत्तत् कर्म प्रवर्तनात् संगत्यागा सतवृत्तेः सर्वैर्भक्ति प्रसिद्ध्यति। थैंक यू माता जी। हरे कृष्ण।
हरे बोल। Anyone has remaining or like we can move towards the purport? So yes, so in this shloka, like in the third shloka, like in first shloka we see that like these 6 things we have to tolerate, and in second shloka we learn that like we have to refrain from these 6 things we don't have to do. It will spoil our bhakti. And in third shloka, like Rupa Goswami is giving us instruction by doing this, like he is giving 100% guarantee that like you will get the complete success in the pure devotional service. So what are these things? That first is a being enthusiastic, and like Prabhupada is saying, being enthusiastic means we have to act, we have to work. Like when we act, like then like we will be motivated. You don't have to see the external motivation. Simply we have to act. Simply you have to chant the 16 rounds. Simply you have to follow the 4 regulative principles. You have to read the Srila Prabhupada books. You have to hear the Bhagavatam class or Hari Katha. This is the way. Like you don't have to listen to your mind. Like mind will harass you. Like it is not necessary to chant extra round. Mind will harass you. Like okay, you have heard the Harikatha, then what is need to read the Srila Prabhupada books? Like mind will harass you, but like then also you have to act, and you have to perform all the like all your sadhana. Okay, and like after some time, after some years, like my mind will come to know, even after I harass him, like harass him or her, like he is not going to listen to me. So like I shouldn't like let it's okay to like I'm not going to let her harass more. So like mind will understand this after some time, but for like but if you like fall prey for the harassment of a mind, then like my mind will continue to harass you. So yes, first thing is being enthusiastic means you have to act. Okay, and second is endeavoring with the confidence. Endeavoring with confidence that okay, I'm following like I am following the instruction of Srila Prabhupada. I am following the instruction of a Krishna. Then avashya rakshibe Krishna. Krishna will always protect me. And like I'm trying to follow the instructions of my Guru and Krishna. Then like Krishna will give me intelligence to execute more devotional service, and Krishna will provide all the like assets required for the performing devotional service. Okay, this is the confidence, and this confidence comes like when you are enthusiastically act. When we act, okay, and then being patient. Okay, today I chant the 16 rounds, okay, with the attention, but next day I'm not going to become a pure devotee. I have to wait. And Prabhupada has given the analogy of a married woman, like even like after getting married, in next day she is not going to have a baby. Like she have to wait for the 9 months, and she should have the confidence, like by Krishna's mercy my baby will develop and it will be born in some time. And like we also see the word the Kalina from the Raj Yoga, that which shows that okay, you are following the instructions, with the time I will become a perfect. Like we have the confidence in we don't have confidence in ourselves because we are the fools, but like we have the confidence in Krishna and our guru. Okay, then like following the regulative principles such as the Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, hearing, chanting, and remembering Krishna. We also see the 9 processes of like devotional service. Then 5 is abandoning the association of a non-devotees. Can we see this instruction is again repeating because this is very important. Association is important. Okay, like and like you are when like when you have free time, you have to read Prabhupada books or you have to chant holy name. Like why we have to do this? Because like when we are not doing anything, then we are associating with our mind, and like our mind is not pure devotee. Because of this mind, like we are like transferring from the one body to another body and from one planet to another body, another planet, and because of this mind only we are suffering. So because our material desires and all things are like stored in this mind, so like mind is not like mind is not good associate. Okay, so we don't have to associate with the mind. That's why we have whatever time we have to chant the holy name, we have to read the Srila Prabhupada books. Like even you are not able to do that, like you have to recall, okay, I read the Srila Prabhupada books, like what Prabhupada is saying in that book, or like what Prabhupada is saying in that paragraph. Oh, I hear the Bhagavatam class, and what Nama Prabhuji or whatever, like the speaker, who is the like who was the speaker, what he was what he was trying to tell us. So like you have to recall these things. That's in this way, by constantly engaging, remembering Krishna, his Hari Katha, in like his glories in a book, like you can avoid associating with your mind. Okay, because association is important, and like your mind is very bad associate. Okay, and 6 is the following footsteps of our previous acharyas. Yes, we are known as a like a Ruganugas because we follow the footstep of a Srila Rupa Goswami. And like a Rupa Goswami is giving you instructions, so we have to follow them. Okay, then only we are the followers. Okay, simply by saying we don't become followers. By following the instruction, we become followers. Yes, Sarita Mataji, Sharmila Mataji, anyone wants to read?
Hare
Srila
Krishna.
Prabhupada ki jai.
Okay, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Devotional service means transcendental activities. On the transcendental platform, there is no contamination by the 3 modes of material nature. This is called Vishuddha Sattva, the platform of pure goodness, or goodness free from contamination by the qualities of passion and ignorance. In this Krishna consciousness movement, we require everyone to rise early in the morning by 4 a.m. and attend Mangal Arati or morning worship. Then read Srimad Bhagavatam, perform Kirtana, and so forth. Thus, we hold continuous activities in devotional service 24 hours daily. This is called Satovritti, or following in the footsteps of previous acharyas, who expertly filled every moment of time with Krishna conscious activities.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Today we will go by paragraph by paragraph.
Okay, Mata.
So yes, so like today here Prabhupada is saying about the morning, like morning sadhana importance. Okay, so like devotional service it's not on a platform of like a mode of goodness, also not on a platform of a sattva. Like a devotional service come under the Vishuddha Sattva, like which is a transcendental to 3 modes of a nature. Okay, and like so like yes, devotional service on a transcendental plane, so we cannot like perform the devotional service from the plane of ignorance, or from like a mode of a rajagun, or a mode of a satogun. We also have to go to this Vishuddha Sattva. And for like how we can go to the Vishuddha Sattva, by simply following the instructions of our guru. So like at least like when we can start practicing like from the like at least we have to rise ourselves to the mode of a goodness. Okay, and like a mode of a goodness, it start when we start following the instruction, and like it start by waking up early. And So yes, why it is very important to rise early, and like the first thing is that like you have to sleep early, and for sleeping early you have to take your dinner little early. So like before sunset you have to finish your dinner, and dinner should be light, and then you can take the 15-minute walk, and then your food will be digested, and then whatever amount of sleep your 5 hours or 6 hours you take the sleep, it will be like your full body will get the rest. Okay, then like you can rise early, and then you can chant then you have to attain the mangalarti. And like for my case, I chant before mangalarti, rise around like 1:45 or 2 a.m, and then I finish my 16 rounds, then I attend the mangalarti. So like you have to
Oh,
like you have to change your you have to change your lifestyle in a such a way that Krishna should be centered, and Krishna should get the Krishna should get the priority. So for this I change my lifestyle for Krishna's pleasure. So what Prabhupada is saying, you have to attain the Mangalarti. And our Radha Krishna deities, like they wake up at 3:36 in early morning. So like they are so merciful then when they rise. So like we have to take the darshan of them, and we have to simply perform a simple aarti to them. So like it is very important to perform a Mangal aarti. Then we have to chant our 16 rounds, and then we have to hear the Bhagavatam class, and like at least we should read the Srila Prabhupada books 1 hour, but at least we can start with the 5 minutes, 15 minutes, then we can rise to that 1 hour, and we don't have to give the excuses, oh I don't have time. You have to take out the time. If you love someone, you should take out the time for them. You shouldn't give the excuses, I don't have time. Okay, so yes, so Prabhupada was the one incident, Amendra Prabhu was telling this incident that when Prabhupada bring his all Western disciples to the Vrindavan in a Kartik month, and and one day he see his few disciples were missing, and he called the anarta disciples and said, oh, where are these devotees? Then he said that they are sleeping, and then Prabhupada said, oh, this is the Kartik month, and this is the 5 a.m, and you are in a Vrindavan dham, that too in a Kartik month, and how they can sleep. And Prabhupada said please call them. Then this devotee go and call these devotees, and Prabhupada said, you shouldn't, you should wake up early, you should take a actually Prabhupada said you should take a cold water bath. Well, at least we can take the hot water bath, but we have to rise. Prabhupada said you have to rise very early, and here also Prabhupada saying you have to rise around 4 a.m. You have to take a bath, you have to attain Mangal Aarti, and you have to attentively chant your 16 rounds. And when you attentively chant your 16 rounds, then you will get the Krishna. But on other hand, if you don't wake up early morning, then you don't chant the 16 rounds, you don't attend the Mangal Aarti, then you are not going to get going to get Krishna. Then if you want Krishna, you have to be ready for doing the tapasya. Also the Devaki and Vasudeva, they did the tapasya in a jail room. That's why the Krishna born in their born from their womb. So this is the thing, you have to undergo the tapasya, and if you want the Krishna, then you should ready to do the instruction. You should ready to follow the instruction without giving the and without giving what we say excuses. And I'm also reading the book, this is a book of a biography sketch of Srimati Halladini Devi Dasi. She is a very pure devotee, and she sacrificed her life just to not to prevent the offense against the Vaishnava, and she accepted the bullets on her chest simply to protect the devotees. And in one of her letter, she write to one of her letter, she writes to Yamuna Devi Dasi Mataji. She said that nothing is more important than chanting your rounds, that too very attentively and deeply. And she also says that like uh, when you chant early morning, as early as you chant, the quality of rounds, it's incomparable. So you have to wake up early, and you have to chant the rounds. And why chanting rounds is important. Okay, someone can tell me you are going to fight, and you are carrying your all the shield and all your weapons, and you are going on a battlefield, and that battlefield, then you are taking the weapons, and then you are start wearing that what we call that jacket, which will going to protect you, or you are then on going on a battlefield, then you are trying to take the shield. So this is not right way, na? Like before going to war, before going to going on a war field, you should prepare yourself, you should shield yourself. So she here says that like when you are not chanting your round sincerely, then like you are not getting protection. This 16 rounds act as a shield. So before going to our workplace or before going to enroll in a like the worldly persons or like in this material world, we should finish our spiritual activities. So before 6 to 8, you should give it for Krishna, and like you should finish your spiritual activities, reading, chanting, hearing. Okay. And like you have to do the tapasya, that this is the only way. And time management we can do only by waking up early. And Haladini Devi Vyasi Mataji is saying here, without you are not chanting your 16 rounds, it's like you are going to the Africa without taking the vaccination. Then you will fall prey easily, or you will fall prey for the Maya. But like when we chant the 16 round, follow the four regulative principle very strictly. When you hear, when we chant, then you will get protection from our acharyas. You will get protection from the protection from Srila Prabhupada. And yesterday I was hearing the one class where it is where in that class Prabhuji is saying that Krishna is more pleased when you chant your 17th round. 16 rounds we are this is our duty. We are chanting the 16 rounds. It's our duty. But when you chanting your 17th round, it means you are doing the chesta, means you are you are putting efforts to please Krishna. Okay. So this morning sadhana is very important. You can see that when I chant the rounds where around the 2:30 to 4, the quality is so good. Even that quality is not seen when I chant my rounds from the 4 to 5. So yes, as early when you when you try to chant your rounds, then the quality is very high. Okay. And even the same quality you won't see around the 6 to 7 or in afternoon. And in a night, like one round you will feel like a 64 rounds. Okay. So it is very important to do the right things on the right time. So for doing a sadhana, morning is the best time. Okay. So, and we have to follow the instructions, and we have to follow the footstep, and this is the satovritti. And what our acharyas did, they didn't miss the opportunity. Didn't miss the moment to moment to forget Krishna. So every moment they are engaging themselves in a Krishna service. So this is our what we call like uh, we have to do the we have to act in the same way, that every moment we have to think, oh, I have 5 minutes, I can chant one round. Oh, I have I have 10 minutes, I can read, at least I can read the one paragraph of Srila Prabhupada books. Oh, I have 5 minutes, let me recall what I hear from the classes. Or I have the 30 minutes, or I'm going to a market, let me put the earphones and hear the Srila Prabhupada classes, or let me hear the Hari Katha. So this is the way, and this is the tapasya to even whatever material activities you are doing, you have to find the way that so you can engage yourself in Krishna's service. Okay. We will do one paragraph, and rest we will do tomorrow. Okay. Hare Krishna. Who wants to read? Yes, Ritvika Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji. If one strictly follows the advice given in this verse by Srila Rupa Goswami, namely being enthusiastic, being confident, being patient, giving up the association of unwanted persons, following the regulative principles, and remaining in the association of devotees, one is sure to advance in devotional service. In this regard, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur remarks that the cultivation of knowledge by philosophical speculation, the collection of mundane opulence by the advancement of fruitive activities, and the desire for yoga siddhis, material perfections, are all contrary to the principles of devotional service. One has to become thoroughly callous to such non-permanent activities and turn his intention instead to the regulative principles of devotional service. According to Bhagavad Gita 2.69, Yanisha Sarva Bhutanam Tasvam Jagarti Samyami Yashvam Jagrati Bhutani Sanisha Pashyato Munehe. What is night for all beings is the time of awaking for the self-control, and the time of awaking for all beings is night for the introspective sage. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yes. So from this paragraph, like we can see that like when we are following these six things, then Rupa Goswami giving you a guarantee, giving you a surety that like you will be successful in a devotional service. And like Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says that like a cultivation of a knowledge by philosophical speculation or like a collection of a mundane appellants, this is atyaharana, collecting unnecessary, and the advancement of a fruitive activities and desire for a yoga siddhis and material perfection, all are contradictory principles to devotional service. Like why these are contradictory, or like if you are start doing these things, then you will forget the Krishna, you will have no time for Krishna. So like you have to do only what is necessary, and like we shouldn't too much entangle in this non-permanent things. Our like human life is very real, and our goal is clear that we have to develop our loving service to Krishna, and like we have to go back to the Godhead. Like we have to get out of this suffering, we have to get out of this cycle of a birth and death. So like we should follow these principles. And in this Bhagavad Gita shloka 2.69, what is said that like what is a night for all being is a time for awaking for the self control people. So like yes, when like we can say the general people, like even the students from like my classes, or like of my age, they study, or like they watch the movie entire night, and like when it is time to rise like a 2 a.m. or like a 4 a.m., they are sleeping. And like instead of that, when it comes to devotees, like they sleep around the 8 9 or maximum 10. Then they can wake so like what is time for the non-devotees to do the sensual things, and do the sinful activities, that is the time for devotees to sleep. And then what is the time for sleeping for the this non-devotees, that is the time for waking up for the devotees. So yes, devotees sleep early and devotees rise early, and they perform the services to the Krishna in a form of attending Mangalarti and in a form of chanting their rounds. So Hare Krishna, today we will end here. If anyone has questions, they can ask, but let me offer the pranams to our acharyas. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Anyone has questions or like something, because today is the Sunday, na? So we can have questions or something. Like everyone should wake up early morning. They should attend Mangalarti, and even you are not able to attend the Mangalarti from the online, then you can perform your own. Like I also perform my own Mangalarti to my deities, or even like if you have the photos, it also contain the Radha and Krishna. Okay, so you can perform, like it will hardly take 10, 15 or 20 minutes. No questions, so we can end here, na?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Everyone is like waking up early morning and finishing their rounds, and no one has any question.
No, we are finishing. राउंड तो नहीं होते हैं पूरे, बट